Hi everyone, this is our authors project on Laura Numeroff. My name is Catherine Orban.
I'm Caroline Sheffield.
And I'm Elena Peel.
For our activity for the author's presentation, we have chosen to do a learn and know chart. As you can see, there is a know column and a learn column. You will put what you know about the author, Laura Numeroff, before the presentation and the know column on the left. After the presentation, we'll take time and we'll write in things that we learned throughout the presentation about her. So at this time, would you please fill out the know column? For example, I had already known that she had written the book, If You Give a Mouse a Cookie, because that was my favorite book growing up as a child. Okay, let's get started. All about Laura Numeroff.
Here's some fun facts about Laura Numeroff. First, she is a New York Times bestselling children's book author.
She was best known for the series based on her book, If You Give a Mouse a Cookie.
She was born in Brooklyn, New York, and was the youngest of 3 girls.
She grew up surrounded by art, music, and books.
Laura Numeroff attended Pratt Institute and graduated with a degree in communications and contract for her first children's book, Amy for Short, published in 1975 by Macmillan.
If You Give a Mouse a Cookie. Published in 1985, If You Give a Mouse a Cookie became the book that ultimately started the If You Give series. Young readers will come away smiling at the antics that tumble like dominoes through the pages of this delightful picture book.
The second book we chose to use for the project is If You Give a Pig a Pancake. Continuing the tradition that began with such whimsical titles, once again, Numeroff follows the potential effects of one creature's chaotic demands, creating a tale filled with bewailing characters, delightful anticipation, and a fun sense of adventure. In addition to being humorous and entertaining, If You Give a Pig a Pancake allows children to see how their own constant demands might frazzle their parents.
Lastly, we chose Time for School Mouse. In this board book, Mouse searches high and low for his homework, finding lots of other things in the process. Time for School Mouse teaches kids new words while celebrating the fun of going to school.
We have selected these videos because we think they're going to enhance your time watching our presentation. We first chosen a read aloud of the book If You Give a Mouse a Cookie. The second video that we have chosen will be Laura Numeroff talking about several of her other books in addition to If You Give a Mouse a Cookie. Okay, so our presentation has concluded. We would like for you to use this time to reflect on it and record anything that you have learned in the boxes on the right for the learned portion. One thing that I had learned was that she had published her first book in 1975. I didn't know that.
Something that I learned is I didn't know that If You Give a Mouse a Cookie wasn't the first book that she had written.
Something that I had learned was I noticed that Felicia Bond illustrated every book that Laura Numeroff had written.
We really hope you've enjoyed and learned something new, and will maybe even pick up a Laura Numeroff book the next time you're at your local bookstore. Thank you. Bye.
How long was that?